Hey guys, Youthful Yields here. Today I'm going to be going over the Granite Shares YieldBOOST Tesla ETF. So I told you guys I was going to update you guys on whenever these YieldBOOST ETFs come out. Unfortunately, this is the only YieldBOOST ETF that's out currently, but fortunately it's out finally, right? So this released on the 18th and has been trading ever since then, obviously. And since then, it's garnered around 4%, like 5.919% ish. Well, this is saying 2.8, so because this is technically from the 20th, but it's up from inception, which is good, and that includes obviously the day, which was Wednesday, when this went down a lot. The entire market pretty much with the FOMC announcements. So yeah, so getting into it, the ticker is TSYY, and the underlying stock is obviously Tesla. And a reminder that this is going to be a monthly distribution, so we can hop over to their fact sheet, which goes over this fund pretty well. Basically, they're trying to use a levered version of Tesla to generate higher premiums and whatnot. So we can see here, it's technically says on the 17th, but I think it released on the 18th. And then we can see the management fees about 0.99%, which is high for most ETFs, but for these high yields ETFs such as YieldMax, that's actually pretty standard. And it's going to be trending on NASDAQ. And yes, like I said, monthly distributions, as well as these are going to be actively managed. They're going to be selling put options to generate income through option premiums collected, right? So, moving on to this, we can scroll down here. Now, technically, they're going an interesting route, in my opinion. A lot of new funds choose to skip the first month, such as YieldMax's FEAT and FIVY, which are their Dorsey Wright funds, which I'm going to be probably making another video on, and I'll probably mention tomorrow. Those are interesting, but that's for another video. But what YieldMax did is they actually skipped those in this most recent distribution. And I think the reason is because it kind of, it's an interesting choice to release your fund and a week later show the distribution, because you can see here, this is a very low distribution, right? A 0.04%, or basically 4-cent distribution, 4.5 cents. Now, it's obviously very low, especially for a this number being a monthly fund. But if we go ahead in here and take the current price, the current distribution, we make that monthly, which is basically the 6.5 days that it's been trading. So that's because it came out on the 18th, it traded up until basically the 23rd, and then there was a half day on the 24th. 25th was gone because of Christmas, and then 26th and 27th were valid trading days. So 6.5 days. And if we take the monthly average of 20 trading days per month and multiply that by that current distribution, we basically get 14 cents. And if we annualize that, that's about $1.07. Now, obviously, this is not indicative of the yield they're probably going to be capturing next month. Now, why? Well, obviously, they're not doing zero DTE options. They don't have any mention of that in their prospectus, or the prospectus, I don't think. And so these might, they might have closed some options, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. These are going to be just kind of, take this with a grain of salt. That's what I'm trying to say. The next month should be a lot higher, assuming Tesla's, the underlying's obviously going higher, or they do some good trading in the options. So, well, with that being said, we can see here that there's a 60% distribution rate according to them, and that's as of the 17th. Now, something that Will mentioned in the interview with Max Convexity is, Will Rind is the CEO and president of Granite Shares, was that they are extensively testing these ETFs before they're out. And that's part of the reason a lot of them are not out currently, right? Is because they want to go ahead and extensively test these before they release them. One of them they talked about was actually, I think, a VIX ETF, basically an income ETF based on the VIX. So they said that they couldn't, I think, generate a stable enough income off of those to essentially release those funds, or that fund. So I find it interesting that they're doing that with these funds. Obviously, all of these fund managers are probably doing testing on their funds. I mean, I sure hope they are, but just wanted to mention that. But the thing is, everyone is taking this number as kind of the target that they're trying to generate. Because technically, as the fund was released on the same day, it doesn't really mean anything for this to be 60%. But 60% is pretty high. And, obviously it doesn't beat YieldMax Tesla, I believe. Where is it? I'll go here. I believe the most recent Tesla announcement was this last week, with it being, where is it? Did I scroll past? I did. So you can see on the 26th, it's about $2 or $1.2, and the current price for that is $15. So obviously, this price is like the amount that they are showing pretty much here annualized. So, and this is just for that month. So it's about 12 times less. Now, again, 6% is not indicative, but even if we plug these numbers in right now in a calculator, divide that by the current price of Tesla, and then multiply this number by 12, we get about 101%. So obviously this is a lot higher than that 60%, but at the same time, we don't really know what Granite Shares is doing. There is no mention in the prospectus that they have a target either. So that's just what we have. This number is really the only number we have to go off of. In all the interviews that I've seen with Will in it, they haven't mentioned any target as well. So yeah, really what I'm trying to say is the fund is released, and I just want to let you guys know that in case you didn't already know. So if you want to get in now, you can. I, for one, am not going to be getting in, at least not yet. 2 reasons. One, I'm actually not really a fan of single tickers in general. And 2, which is the main reason, we don't know how this is going to perform quite yet, right? So obviously, like I said, this yield is not indicative of a full month. So until I see a full month, I'm really not going to make any decisions. I'm very excited about the rest of the funds, honestly. They have a ton of them here. If I go on that prospectus, this one. Oh, it's another one. It's probably in this one. Yeah. So we can see all of the different ones that are releasing, and Tesla is the first one they came out with. So I'm more interested in their index-based ones, such as their QQQ, their SPY. This is probably going to be like the Russell. I think I made a video about the underlyings that are probably being targeted. But also some sector ETFs like technology, semiconductors, financials, biotech, stuff like that. They also have a BTC one, which I know a lot of people are going to be interested in. I, for one, am probably not going to be interested in that. I'm a little bit bearish on BTC, but that's for you guys to decide. I'm going to try to cover these as best as I can as they release. I'll try to get these videos out sooner when they release as well, because I know, like I said, it's been about 6.5 trading days, but over a week, like 9 days of normal days, I think. Let's see. Well, it's been actually longer than that. Since the 18th, it's been about 10 days. So We'll see. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, and let me know if you have any questions about these funds. I can try to link some resources if you have those questions, such as where to find this page or stuff in the prospectus. But obviously, this is all open for you guys at this Granite Shares site, so you can totally look for yourself. But yeah, just want to get this video out for you guys, and as always, wish you guys a wealthy future.